Reddit, the place where many internet lurkers go to get their latest dose of memes, discourse, and even worldwide news. Whether you love it or you hate it, Reddit can back up their front page of the internet claim. But all that's gonna change. Reddit has recently issued their IPO after years of operations, and this may be a chance to see Reddit's true colors. In this video, we'll be explaining the Reddit IPO and how it affects you more than you think. Stick around till the end of the video to see how you might actually be too late. A timeline. Reddit was first sprung from the minds of Steve Huffman and Alexis Ohanian. Steve and Alexis were both just 22-year-old University of Virginia students that wanted to build the next big internet forum where discussions could be held. After months of pitching the idea to potential investors, they would get their first break when Y Combinator, a fund that supports startups, funded their dreams with a $100,000 check to show support. And with that, Steve and Alexis launched Reddit. Though it wasn't an immediate success, the two weren't expecting it to be. Prepared for the low initial traffic on the site, Steve and Alexis would create and use multiple fake accounts to make the site look and feel more alive, with the added bonus of being able to set the tone and steer the discussions on their website in the right direction. Dummy accounts are of course frowned upon in the digital space, but thankfully Steve and Alexis would eventually not even need dummy accounts to boost their traffic. The site grew big enough to catch the eyes of Condé Nast Publications, which bought Reddit in its entirety for $20 million in 2006. A large payout, but at what cost? At the time, the site was receiving 500,000 unique daily views, but it just wasn't the same. In 2009, just 3 years later, Steve would leave the company due to differences in vision. And then just a year after Steve leaving, Alexis would follow suit to create their own company. But time moves on, and so does Reddit. In 2011, Reddit would become so large that it would outgrow Condé Nast Publications, spinning out as its own corporation. As Reddit grew, so did the controversies. Hate speech, hateful communities, and downright illegal activity made the company hard to handle as it shifted CEOs. Eventually landing back with Steve and Alexis, the two people that knew that Reddit was an inherently chaotic platform.
You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
Going public. After almost 20 years of operating as its own entity, Reddit finally followed suit with all the other tech startups and decided to go public. To those who aren't aware of what going public means, it's basically allowing the sale of your company's shares to the public. Companies often do this as a way to increase the company's worth and fund future ventures, so long as they stay profitable. While more money is always good, owning shares of a company also means that entities that own a certain percentage stake of your company could meddle in your management decisions. With an initial public offering of $34 per share, many other companies were also jumping over each other to get a piece of the pie early. One of the biggest players looking to buy into Reddit stock is OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, who is currently the company's biggest shareholder. Altman owns a cumulative 12.2 million shares of Reddit and preemptively inflating the shares to $47 per share. To some people, it would seem that Reddit finally going public makes a lot of sense, but in reality, it may go 50-50 for the company. In the documents for the IPO, it actually shows that Reddit has never profited from its high unique user traffic. The company is currently $717 million deep in losses, which isn't a good look for any potential investor. Steve attributes most of these losses to research and development of newer revenue streams, promising a greater turnout for the upcoming years. It's important to understand that the main revenue stream of Reddit has to be online ads. Reddit is a website that grew from 500,000 unique viewers in 2006 to 2.1 billion unique users in December 2023 alone. This makes Reddit the easiest choice for brands that want to put up ads where people will most likely see them. In fact, Reddit achieved $100 million of revenue from advertising in the first quarter of 2021 alone. While more ads may be a great idea,
What are these? We call them...
a lot of Reddit users have expressed concern for how going public would affect this. Reddit, as stated by Steve and Alexis, is a chaotic website filled with controversial takes, While the website does gain a lot of traction, most advertisers would rather not be involved in websites that harbor this kind of hate. This has dissuaded most of the big companies from advertising on Reddit until now. Going public means that in order to appeal to more potential shareholders and companies, they would have to limit the amount of chaos they let loose on the platform. Communities such as r/fuck_Nestle, for example, could someday be forcibly taken down in favor of Nestle. But as a Reddit user, censorship may be the least of your concerns. The big AI problem. Data privacy is so 2019. Today's the age of AI. And what AI needs the most is language models that it could feed from. Reddit is one of the most active resources of human thought and interactions on the internet, quite possibly ever. Reddit is opinionated and offers real-time human reactions to current events as they're happening, a factor that plays a huge role in its viability as a language model that AI infrastructures can learn from. But that also means one other thing. Whatever you post, be it selfies or your cute dog, can now legally be fed into AI without even asking your permission, built with the understanding that whatever you post on the internet is free game for the public. Although AI training hasn't happened yet, publicly at least, there's no doubt it's coming. I mean, just look at OpenAI CEO buying enough shares to make them the top shareholder of the company. It really makes you wonder just how much of your data Reddit has been selling all this time, even before the AI age. Wall Street bets. One surprising mention in Reddit's IPO documents specifies r/Wall Street bets as a factor in the company's stock price. For those of you who aren't in the know, r/Wall Street bets was on the headlines just a few years ago when the whole GameStop debacle happened, almost crashing the entire US economy because they just felt the need to do it. And the same could happen for Reddit stocks. Though many users on the subreddit would love to support Reddit as a platform, many others are already looking forward to the volatility of the stock, shorting it as soon as they can. A paranoid mind would think that Reddit may actually be screwing their investors over or doing small side bets on the volatility of their own stock, influencing the subreddit into buying into or even sinking the stock for their own benefit. But of course, there's no evidence to back any of these claims. Only time will tell if Wall Street bets rouses up another storm. But for now, they're perfectly tame and doing their own thing. In fact, NorAI believes that Reddit is in the best position right now to go public, simply for the fact that no other website comes close as a competitor. Reddit has existed for 19 years without a proper competitor for the front page of the internet, and that claim doesn't seem to be going away anytime soon. There's no telling when Reddit stock may start to level out. In fact, it may even be in Reddit's nature to be volatile. But one thing's for sure, Reddit has plans moving forward that involve big steps. And only time will tell if these steps can protect the peace that users have grown accustomed to, or if they'll shoot themselves in the foot the way Elon did with X.